Hey guys, it's Dingogen here. I hope you're all doing good. Starting from this week, I'll be uploading a weekly matchup tips for Lili against the other characters. This week I'm starting with King, because it's the matchup that I know most about. And then next week, it will probably be Asuka, since she is the second most matchup that I have knowledge for. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before we start, I would like to point out the things that goes to Lili's favor in this matchup, and the things that goes against her. King's fastest homing is his forward 4. It's 18 frames and can be floated with jabs. His second homing move is his forward 1. It's very slow, but has a very long range, and it launches on counter. His homings aren't that great, so that is a big advantage for her. Lili can sidestep right both down forward 1 and down forward 2 easily, his only strong poke moves. She can crush the third hit of 1-2-1 with Matterhorn, or sidestep right the third hit, but I would suggest you to sidestep right because it's a safer option. Lastly, she has some good high crush tools, which is something you will find useful when you play against King from the close range. Now let's talk about some of the disadvantages we will find in this matchup. Sometimes Lili would randomly miss her combos due to King's weird hitbox, especially her counter hit down back 3+4, so use sidestep 3 or forward 4 instead. Lili's lack for fast counter hit tools can put her in a hard position, especially near the wall with King. King can use forward 1+2 and dash in front of your face without being worried about getting counter hit by anything. This is a general issue Lili been having since forever. King's long-ranged punishers can get all of Lili's punishable moves that has a pushback. His punishers are quite scary, so don't use wall standing 3 much with him. Especially with Rage, since he can get a guaranteed unskilled follow-up after his forward 1+2. Yes, all of the hits are unskilled. Very balanced. Last thing I want to talk about is Lili's back flip against King. The common way to make Lili's back flip safe against high jabs is by pressing back, but you never do that with King. To avoid getting hit with the 10 hit combo is to duck the jabs, or you could just hit forward, but that will leave you open for 10 frames. King is a character that you don't want to play with from a close range. He has too many throws and counter hit tools, so the best way is to play against him outside of his throw range and forward 3. But let's not forget that he still has Shining Wizard, so anticipate that when you're far from him, and always break it with 1+2 or duck it. Remember to not mash jabs from a long range, because he will be able to crush them with forward 1. It's a homing mid-safe attack with a decent combo damage on counter. So if you feel that he is going to do it, you stop him with 4 or down jabs. I don't use 1+2 to interrupt forward 1 much. If he knows how to dash and to block, never make 1+2 into a habit, because they will be fishing for it. Another move to keep in mind when you are far from him is running 3. King players wouldn't use that much against Lili, because it's very linear, and Lili likes to step a lot. Speaking of dashing, mastering the Fuzzy God with King is a must, because he can dash into Shining Wizard or Giant Swing, and they have a very similar animation. If you don't pay attention, this will probably make you panic and duck. Then if you do, it's when the hop knee will start playing. While spacing, if you see King dash like this, I would suggest you to just Fuzzy God through his throws or hop knees. And this will cover King's long range game. Now, let's talk about King's close range game and how to deal with it. You always sidestep right with King. This will take care of down forward 1, down forward 2, back 1, hop knee, and throws. Even his fastest throw. There are things that can cover his weak side like down 3 and down forward 3, but there are nothing to worry about, unless it's at the end of the round, because Kings like to end the rounds with down forward 1 or down forward 2, so if they knew that you would be stepping to the right, they can use down 3 or down forward 3 to catch you. Now let's talk about his homing moves again. King has 2 stand homings, forward 4 which can be interrupted in the air and floated, the other is forward 1. To deal with forward 1 is just how I mentioned previously, you can just interrupt it with any fast move other than jabs. Keep in mind that sidestepping into block is also important. Now we move on to the strings that are often used by King players. Down forward 2-1 is 13 frames fast, but it's only a natural combo and counter hit. This is King's most important string, because the second hit is hit confirmable on counter. The best way to scare King players from abusing that is to duck the second hit every time, even on normal hit. They tend to use this string a lot when you're side by side to the wall, because he will be able to get a full combo from that position, so keep your eyes open for that string. The second string is his down forward 1-2. It's a very good round ender because the second hit is heavily delayable. Lili can get away easily from it if you sidestep to the right. And keep in mind that whenever he continues the string, she can punish it with 2-4 most of the time. The last string I'm going to cover is his main with Punisher, forward 2-1. A 15 frame with Punisher that is a mid and the second hit is high. They mostly use it when you are up against the wall, so if you guess that he's going to use the high version, duck it on launch. There is a second version of this string. It's a mid-mid, the second hit is -13 and forces you to crouch position. Even if you continue the string, your action wouldn't come out and your character will automatically end up blocking. The last hit is -15, so make sure you launch punish it every time you block it. One more thing to mention is when he delays the third hit and you press a button to punish the second hit, you'll be launched by the last hit. So it's a guessing game. This should conclude the matchup tutorial for King. If you find the video useful, please like and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter or Twitch if you want to keep in touch with me. Thank you all for watching.